Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. In currency markets, the greenback showed mixed movement against major currencies. Against the euro, it strengthened 0.38 cents to 0.9171, while maintaining relatively flat trading against the pound at 0.7690. The dollar weakened 0.58 against the yen to 148.68. Looking at returns, the US dollar shows consistent weakness across major pairs. Month to date, it's down notably against the euro at -4.8% and has declined against the pound by -3.3%, reflecting broad-based dollar weakness in March. The greenback edged up 0.23% against the Canadian dollar to 1.4326. Notable weakness was seen against the Indian rupee, marking its fourth consecutive daily decline amid strong downward volatility. The dollar remained flat against the Singapore dollar. In terms of broader performance, the US dollar shows particular weakness against the Kiwi, down 3.7% month to date. Against the offshore yuan, the dollar has declined 1.5% this year, while maintaining a slight positive return of 0.87% against the rupee.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. India and Brazil lead the gains today, each rising over 1.3%. Brazil shows particular strength with 7 consecutive up days and a strong positive trend. Japan maintains a very strong positive trend with notable upward volatility. Week-to-date returns show Brazil leading with a 4.2% gain, followed by India at 3.4%. Month-to-date, Brazil continues to outperform with an 11.7% return. Year-to-date, Brazil maintains momentum with a 19.7% gain, while Indonesia lags with a -13.7% return. Turkey leads declines with a significant drop of 12.5%, showing consecutive down days and a very strong negative trend. Poland and Belgium declined modestly, despite maintaining strong positive trends overall. Turkey shows the steepest weekly decline at -13.8%. However, Poland demonstrates strong year-to-date performance with a 37.9% gain, while Austria follows with a 27.1% increase despite today's modest decline.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures reached a new all-time high, closing at 3,055.90, up 15.10 for its third consecutive higher close. Copper futures also achieved a new peak at 5.12, rising 1.9%. Year-to-date returns show impressive gains across metals, with copper futures leading at 27%, followed by silver futures at 17.7% and gold futures at 15.7%. In energy markets, natural gas futures broke out from sideways movement, surging 3.9% to 4.21. Heating oil futures also broke higher, gaining 1.7% to 2.23. Crude markets remained relatively flat. Natural gas futures shows the strongest performance in energy markets with a 16% year-to-date gain. Meanwhile, both Brent and crude oil futures are down over 5% for the year. Feeder cattle futures continued their strong run, reaching new highs for the fourth consecutive day at 286.82. Lean hogs futures fell 2.3% to 85.58, dropping for a second day. Feeder cattle futures lead livestock returns with a 9% year-to-date gain. Live cattle and lean hogs Both show modest gains, around 5% for the year. In grains, wheat futures fell 1.8% to 594.75, while soybean futures broke lower from sideways movement. Oat futures gained 1.5% to 371.50. Oat futures show the strongest year-to-date performance in grains, up 12.4%. Wheat follows with a 6.3% gain, while rough rice has declined 5.8%. In soft commodities, coffee futures continued its upward momentum, closing at 391.5, up 7.25, showing a strong positive trend after breaking out from sideways movement. Orange juice saw significant movement, rising 7.9% to 263.30, though experiencing some downward volatility. Cocoa closed at 8,110, marking its second consecutive daily gain. Looking at returns, coffee futures leads the group with a substantial year-to-date return of 22.3%. Orange juice shows the largest decline, down 46.3% year-to-date. Cocoa has retreated 30.5% since the start of the year, despite recent daily gains.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.